are about to be witness to an examination. Several of you have decided to try your skills against the participants. But be you player or spectator, be prepared. For you have just been invited to an Inquisition.
Elizabeth Tatum Harris of Pasadena, California. Steve Wolf of Salem, Oregon. Bill Sparks of Elizabeth, New Jersey. And Judy Shervin of San Diego, California. You have all stood silently and endured the specter of others succumbing, wondering, I'm sure, when you will face your destiny. And if it is true that waiting is the hardest part, then rejoice. The wait is over. Now, shall we begin? The North Star State describes A, North Dakota, B, Alaska, C, none of the above. C, the North Star State describes Minnesota. Surf's up. Better grab your boards. The lead singer of Blondie was A, Pat Benatar, B, Christine McVie, C, none of the above. C, the lead singer of Blondie was Deborah Harry. Minimum wage laws were enacted under the administration of A, Woodrow Wilson, B, Franklin Roosevelt, C, none of the above. B, Franklin Roosevelt, Miss Shervin. In the Bible, King David's second wife and the mother of Solomon was A, Bathsheba, B, Delilah, C, none of the above. A, Bathsheba. Winning an Oscar for Moonstruck was A, Nicolas Cage, B, Cher, C, none of the above. B, Cher. Oxygen is carried in the blood by A, platelets, B, hemoglobin, C, none of the above. B, hemoglobin, Miss Shervin. Hemoglobin. Indianapolis Motor Speedway is nicknamed A, the Stockyard, B, the Graveyard, C, none of the above. C, Indianapolis Motor Speedway is nicknamed the Brickyard. To putrefy means to A, get sick, B, clean, C, none of the above. C, putrefy means to decay. You beat egg whites and sugar to make A, mayonnaise, B, meringue, C, none of the above. B, meringue. Tin Lizzie describes A, the Model T, B, the Edsel, C, none of the above. A, the Model T. The president who worked as a surveyor is A, George Washington, B, Abraham Lincoln, C, none of the above. A, George Washington. The film Jailhouse Rock starred A, Bill Haley and the Comets, B, most of the NFL, C, none of the above. C, the film Jailhouse Rock starred Elvis Presley, Miss Shervin. Elvis Presley. The largest category of animal classification is A, species, B, kingdom, C, none of the above. B, kingdom. In 1962, Pope John the 23rd excommunicated A, Fidel Castro, B, Joseph Stalin, C, none of the above. A, Fidel Castro. The illustrator who hides the name Nina in each drawing is A, Al Hirschfeld, B, Jules Pfeiffer, C, none of the above. A, Al Hirschfeld. An expatriate is someone who has A, died in service, B, renounced citizenship, C, none of the above. B, renounced citizenship. San Simeon is the site of a castle built for A, J. Paul Getty, B, Cornelius Vanderbilt, C, none of the above. C, San Simeon is the site of a castle built for William Randolph Hearst. Jiang Zemin is the president of A, Vietnam, B, China, C, none of the above. B, China. How would you like to face an Inquisition over there, Miss Sherman? The word parasite is spelled with A, an S, B, a C, C, none of the above. A and S. Original and double stuff are kinds of A, Chips Ahoy cookies, B, Fig Newtons, C, none of the above. C, original and double stuff are kinds of Oreos. Baseball's Nolan Ryan holds the record for most career A, wins, B, strikeouts, C, none of the above. B, strikeouts. Well, that concludes this portion of the exam. Miss Sherman, I'm sure you've heard the phrase, an accident waiting to happen. I hope you have ample coverage. Goodbye. Miss Tatum Harris, Mr. Wolf, Mr. Sparks, you have eliminated only the weakest, a position that is now temporarily vacant. I wonder which among you will fill the vacancy. Let us find out. The ratio between the mass of an object and its volume is its A, density, B, mass, C, none of the above. A, density. Gorillas in the Mist told the story of A, Joy Adamson, B, Diane Fossey, C, none of the above. B, Diane Fossey. The Iron Curtain speech was delivered by A, Richard Nixon, B, John F. Kennedy, C, none of the above. C, the Iron Curtain speech was delivered by Winston Churchill. In Chicago, you can ride A, the BART, B, the L, C, none of the above. B, the L. You should drink brandy out of A, a decanter, B, a flute, C, none of the above. C, you should drink brandy out of a snifter. Rudyard Kipling wrote a poem titled A, If, B, But, C, none of the above. A, if. The doorman on Rhoda was A, Carlton, B, Seaver, C, none of the above. A, Carlton. Prurient thoughts would be A, immature, B, lustful. Oh, excuse me, I went away for a moment. And C, none of the above. B, lustful. Johnny Appleseed's real name was A, Johnny Appleseed, B, John Gallo, C, none of the above. C, Johnny Appleseed's real name was John Chapman. The French word fromage means A, cheese, B, victory, C, none of the above. A, cheese. Glenn Close played the U.S. Vice President in A, Mars Attacks, B, Air Force One, C, none of the above. B, Air Force One. The author who was companion to Alice B. Toklas is A, Dorothy Parker, B, Gertrude Stein, C, none of the above. B, Gertrude Stein. Companion. Not that there's anything wrong with it. One water molecule contains A, 10 atoms, B, 1 atom, C, none of the above. C, one water molecule contains 3 atoms. A tiger is featured in the comic strip A, Shoe, B, Calvin and Hobbes, C, none of the above. B, Calvin and Hobbes. The island of Oahu is home to A, Mauna Loa, B, Pearl Harbor, C, none of the above. B, Pearl Harbor. The word rotunda refers to A circular building, B, a rotating structure, C, none of the above. A circular building. David Bowie is married to supermodel A, Iman, B, Naomi Campbell, C, none of the above. A, Imam. James Doolittle gained fame as A, Broadway producer, B, a World War II hero, C, none of the above. B, a World War II hero. Sanguinary means A, hopeful, B, bloody, C, none of the above. B, bloody. Mel Torme was known as A, the satin soprano, B, the corduroy crooner, C, none of the above. C, Mel Torme was known as the Velvet Fog. In 1993, the U.S. bombed Iraq in response to an assassination plot against A, George Bush, B, Norman Schwarzkopf, C, none of the above. A, George Bush. Epsom salts are used as A, a laxative, B, a stimulant, C, none of the above. A laxative. Mad cow disease affects A, the liver, B, the brain, C, none of the above. B, the brain. You have little to worry about, Mr. Sparks. Streusel is A topping for cakes, B, also known as strudel, C, none of the above. A topping for cakes. Mel Gibson portrayed Scottish folk hero William Wallace in A, the river, B, Gallipoli, C, none of the above. C, Mel Gibson portrayed Scottish folk hero William Wallace in Braveheart. 100. Well, that concludes part 2 of the exam. Mr. Sparks, some say today is the first day of the rest of your life. Others say it is the last. Ta-ta. Mr. Wolf, know this. One of you must fail. Time is the enemy, and I am its keeper. Shall we continue? 144 square inches is A, 1 square foot, B, 1 square yard, C, none of the above. A, 1 square foot. The hero is convicted of stealing a loaf of bread in A, M, Butterfly, B, Les Miserables, C, none of the above. B, Les Miserables. The zodiac symbol for Virgo is A, the Virgin, B, the Scales, C, none of the above. A, the Virgin. Mary Jo Kopechne is associated with A, the Nixon tapes, B, the Chappaquiddick incident, C, none of the above. B, the Chappaquiddick incident. The tagline for the X-Files is A, the end is near, B, conspiracy reigns, C, none of the above. C, the tagline for the X-Files is, "The truth is out there." Mother Teresa was born in A, Albania, B, India, C, none of the above. A, Albania. In The Godfather, the consigliere is the family A, priest, B, underboss, C, none of the above. C, in The Godfather, the consigliere is the family advisor. The rules of boxing come from A, the Marquis of Queensberry, B, the Marquis de Sade, C, none of the above. A, the Marquis of Queensberry. We derive our rules from the Marquis de Sade. Bank robber best describes A, Clara Barton, B, Bonnie Parker, C, none of the above. B, Bonnie Parker. From 1989 to 1994, Thomas Foley was A, Speaker of the House, B, CIA Director, C, none of the above. A, Speaker of the House. An acolyte is A, a follower, B, an amino acid, C, none of the above. A follower. Damon Runyon wrote about A, the Pacific Northwest, B, New York City, C, none of the above. B, New York City. The liquor used in a Tom Collins is A, bourbon, B, scotch, C, none of the above. C, the liquor used in a Tom Collins is gin. In Field of Dreams, Archibald Moonlight Graham was played by A, Robert Duvall, B, Burt Lancaster, C, none of the above. B, Burt Lancaster. 435 is the number of A, seats in the House of Representatives, B, votes in the Electoral College, C, none of the above. A, seats in the U.S. House of Representatives. The Frisbee was based on A, a flying saucer, B, a pie tin, C, none of the above. B, a pie tin. The mountain range that separates Europe and Asia is A, the Alps, B, the Urals, C, none of the above. B, the Urals. Through the Looking Glass is the follow-up to A, Gulliver's Travels, B, A Midsummer Night's Dream, C, none of the above. C, Through the Looking Glass is the follow-up to Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. The expression "a wolf in sheep's clothing" originated in A, King Lear, B, the Bible, C, none of the above. B, the Bible. Me and Bobby McGee was sung by A, Joni Mitchell, B, Janis Joplin, C, none of the above. B, Janis Joplin. In the French and Indian War, France opposed A, England, B, the American Indians, C, none of the above. A, England. Phillips Exeter and Phillips Andover are A, breeds of retriever, B, prep schools, C, none of the above. B, prep schools. The heroine of Sue Grafton's alphabet book series is A, Darby Shaw, B, Kinsey Milhone, C, none of the above. B, Kinsey Milhone. The word sartorial refers to A, ridicule, B, teaching, C, none of the above. C, the word sartorial refers to tailored clothing. Time has expired. Mr. Wolf, you have failed. Please leave now. And accomplished what your less worthy opponents could not. For this, your papers are returned to you. Take them and go.
Thank you, Inquisitor.
That concludes tonight's Inquisition.
Congratulations to today's winners, who have each won $500.
Chris Harrison is a mall master.
I'm here to buy a swimming suit. I'm thinking of getting something to match my pants.
Yeah, that would work.
Want to help me pick something out after the show?
Mall Masters at Mall of America, next, only on Game Show Network.